hearing and remembering. Very important section, hearing. The beginning of Krishna consciousness and devotional service is hearing. In Sanskrit called Sravanam. All people should be given the chance to come and join devotional parties so that they may hear. This hearing is very important for propagating in Krishna consciousness, for progressing in Krishna consciousness. When one links his ears to give oral reception to the transcendent vibrations, he can quickly become purified and cleansed in the heart. Lord Chaitanya has affirmed that this hearing is very important. It cleanses the heart of the contaminated soul so that he becomes quickly qualified to enter into the devotional service and understand Krishna consciousness. There is a nice quote from Guru Puran. Please remember this quote. In the Guru Puran, the stress on hearing is expressed very nicely. It is said here, there, the state of conditioned life in the material world is just like that of a man lying unconscious, having been bitten by a snake. This is because both such unconscious states can be ended by the sound of a mantra. Maybe those houses in the village, they have experience. When somebody is bitten by a snake, he immediately does not die. He becomes unconscious due to the poisonous effect of snake bite. When a man is snake bitten, he does not die immediately, but first becomes unconscious and remains in a comatose condition. Anyone who is in the material world is also sleeping, and he is ignorant of his actual self or his actual duty and his relationship with God. So materialistic life means that one is bitten by the snake of Maya illusion, and thus, without any Krishna consciousness, is also almost dead. Now, a so-called dead man bitten by a snake can be brought back to life by the chanting of some mantra. There are expert chanters of these mantras who can perform this feat. Similarly, one can be brought back to Krishna consciousness from the deadly unconscious state of material life by hearing of the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. If anybody has experience, this is village people. I have that experience at the time when I was a primary student. In the village, one fisherman was bitten by a snake. He brought into the school. In the ground, whole day was lying down. One snake would come and started mantra. Gradually, he opened his eyes. And when he opened his eyes, he said, "Oh, why I am here? Who brought me here?" Then I can remember, yes, I was going to catch fish. Then I saw some pain in my leg. And after that, I saw one snake is going. It actually is underwater. Actually. And after that, I don't know anything. So that is the power of mantra. By mantra, the poisonous effect can be nullified. In the same way, when someone is beaten by Maya, what is that? The desire of sense gratification. And as this world belongs to Lord, and if we want to enjoy that, that thing will act as a poison. And as we are enjoying Krishna's property, that is why it is working like a poison. And due to that poisonous effect, bhoga pravritti, we are unconscious about the absolute reality. Now, if the devotees are like a snake charmer, if devotee chants mantra in their ear, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Then gradually their consciousness will come and they are able to see who is Krishna, who am I, what is my relationship with. So it is very powerful, this hearing. In the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 29th chapter, verse 39 to 40, the importance of hearing of the pastimes of Lord is stated by Shukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. That is mentioned, my dear king, one should stay at a place where the great acharyas speak about the transcendental activities of the Lord. And one should keep oral reception to the nectarian river flowing from the moon-like faces of such great personalities. If someone eagerly continues to hear such transcendental sounds, then certainly he will become freed from all material hunger, thirst, fear, and lamentation, as well as all illusions of material existence. Just one should give oral reception to the nectarian river flowing from the moon-like face of the great personalities. Just here, that's all. Simplest process. Hearing, chanting may be difficult process. Hearing is a very easy process. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also recommended this process of hearing as a means of self-realization in the present age of Kali. In this age, it is very difficult to follow thoroughly the regulatory principles and studies of the Vedas, which are formally recommended. However, if one gives oral reception to the sound vibration by great devotees and acharyas, that alone will give him relief from all material contamination. Therefore, it is the recommendation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that one should simply hear from the authorities who are actually devotees of the Lord. Hearing from professional men will not help. Just imagine, if a boy asks, a neighbor, a shopkeeper, uncle, who am I? Or the shopkeeper will say, wow, his because child become mad. He don't know who I am. He is the son of this falana. His answer will be like that. If a thief says, the police, sir, who am I? Police says, rascal, you have forgotten, you are a thief. And if the same question you ask to a self-realized person, he will have, yes, you are not this body, you are the soul. Now, question after us, to whom will she ask? We should hear, but from the bona fide source. Hearing from professional man will not help. Like Shukdev Goswami is the speaker of Srimad Bhagavad. He didn't know anything from the material, even no cloth, no food, nothing. And hearing from him and some professional reciters, they are reciting Bhagavad for earning their family. Will the same? No. If we hear from those who are actually self-realized, then the nectarian rivers, like those which are flowing on the moon planet, will flow into our ears. So why it is told that nectarian flow of nectar from the moon-like face? Why? Why moon-like face? Here Prabhupada is given. Because in the moon planet, who is it? Flowing of the moon planet, the nectar rivers are flowing in the moon planet. Here our water is sweet water or salt water river. In moon planet, there is a river of nectar. So as the devotee's mouth are like moon, so from their mouth is flowing nectarian river. That will flow into our eyes, ears. This is the metaphor used in the above verse. Verse is like this. Jatra Bhagavata Rajan Shadavo Vishwadashaya Bhagavat Gunanu Kathan Sravana Begda Chetasha Tashmin Mahan Mukhamrito Madhuvich Charitra Madhu Mukharita Madhu Piyusha Shesha Sharita Parita Sravanti Piyusha Shesha Sharita Sravanti. They will flow, nectar will flow from their mouth. Tat je pivanti abhitrishna nipa garav karnais. Je pivanti abhitrishna je pivanti, those hearing, still not satisfied. Tanna sprishanti ashan bhaya shokamo. Tanna sprishanti. This bhaya, fear, shock, lamentation, moha, illusion. They cannot touch it. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, a materialistic person can give up his material hankering only by becoming situated in Krishna consciousness. Unless one finds a superior engagement, he will not be able to give up his inferior engagement. We know this verse, huh? Second chapter Bhagavad Gita, 59 verse. Rashavarjan Rashapasya Param Dishtinigata. In the material world, everyone is engaged in the illicit activities of the inferior nature. When one is given the opportunity to relish the activities of the superior energy performed by Krishna, then he forgets all his lesser pleasures. When Krishna speaks on the battlefield of Kurukshetra to the materialistic person, it appears that this is simply talk between two friends, but actually it is a river of nectar flowing down from the mouth of Sage. Wow. Discussion of Bhagavad Gita is not ordinary talk between two friends. No. It is a river of nectar flowing down from the mouth of Sri Krishna. Why nectar? Because by drinking that people become immortal. Immortal. That is why if somebody becomes immortal, that means that thing was nectar. Why? Bhagavad Gita is nectar. Shishimad Bhakti Charisam Guru Maharaj, to make us understand, give nice explanation. See, just take two statements. We are not this body. Why do you get this? Bhagavad Gita, we are not this body. Another statement, we are not this body means we are soul. First statement. Second statement, soul will never die. That means we will never die. So where it is written in Bhagavad Gita? So by believing to a statement, one will become immortal. That is why this is a Bhagavad Gita is a nectar. It's coming from the moon-like face of Lord Sri Krishna. Arjuna gave oral reception to such vibrations. Thus becomes freed from all the illusions of material properties. Arjuna said, Nashtamo smriti labdha tatprasadat marach. Arjuna declared, yes, by hearing Bhagavad Gita, Nashtamo, I am free from all type of lamentation, hankerings, illusion. The 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd chapter, verse 15, it is stated, a person who desires unalloyed devotional service to Lord Krishna, who is praised by transcendental sound vibration, should always hear about his glorification and transcendental qualities. This will surely kill all kinds of inauspiciousness in the heart. Only few, 3 quotes is there, but it is thousands of quotes. You know so many. Some prove others. Rupa Goswami has quoted it. There are thousands of references of importance of hearing. Now, next point, expecting the Lord's mercy. In the 10th canto, 14th chapter, what is this canto called? 10th canto, 14th chapter, why is it famous? Brahma's prayer. After stealing, there, verse 8, it is said, that means Brahma prayed. It's Brahma's prayer. Brahma saying, my dear Lord, any person who is constantly awaiting your causeless mercy to be bestowed upon him and who goes on suffering the resultant actions of his past misdeeds, offering you respectful obeisances from the core of his heart, surely eligible to become liberated, for it has become his rightful claim. Rightful claim. Can you see my screen? Can you see this verse? Tatyanukambham Shishimekshmana? Okay. Oh, what's on? Okay. Can you see now? This is Acha. Previously, I also showed. You have not seen that. Okay. The verse goes, Tatyanukampam Shishimekshmana Vanyanivo Atmakritam Vibhak. Hitvak Babuvir Vidadhan Namaste Jivetasya Mukti Padesha Dayabhak. Dayabhak. Dayabhak means rightful claim. They are right for the rightful claim, the inheritance of paternal property, Dayabhak. So, as we are the son of Krishna, There's a Krishna's abode is our paternal home. So we should accept everything Krishna's. Chastisement, whatever means, his mercy. Tattva anukampam, whatever happens with us, devotee should accept that is Lord's causeless mercy. My dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while passionately suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. His rightful claim. Paternal. Well, this statement of Srimad Bhagavatam should be the guide of all devotees. A devotee should not expect immediate relief from the reactions of his past misdeeds. No conditioned soul is free from such reactionary experiences, because material existence means continued suffering or enjoying of past activities. If devotee is suffering, he should think, yeah, I am nullifying my sinful activities. When devotee is enjoying, he says, okay, I am nullifying my pious activities. They are worried about it. If one has finished his material activities, then there is no more birth. This is possible only when one begins Krishna conscious activities, because such activities do not produce reaction. Bhagavad Gita, that is akarma. Sakarma, vikarma, akarma. Akarma means Krishna conscious activities, which does not produce any fruit, any reaction. Therefore, as soon as one becomes perfect in Krishna conscious activities, he is not going to take birth again in this material world. A devotee who is not perfectly freed from the resultant actions should therefore continue to act in Krishna consciousness seriously, even though there may be so many impediments. When such impediments arise, he should simply think of Krishna and expect his mercy. That is the only solace. If the devotee passes his days in that spirit, it is certain that he is going to be promoted to the abode of the Lord. Why? It's a daiva, father's property, rightful claim. By his activities, he earns his claim to enter into the kingdom of God. The exact word used in this verse is called daiva. Those are Indians, they have this word. Even registry office for writing Dalil and land papers, this word actually used everywhere. Daiva. Daiva refers to a son's becoming the lawful inheritor of the property of the father. In a similar way, a pure devotee who is prepared to undergo all kinds of tribulations in executing Krishna conscious duties, becomes lawfully qualified to enter into the transcendental abode. Next point, remembrance. Shmaran. Some way or other, if someone establishes in his mind his continuous relationship with Krishna, this relationship is called remembrance. About this remembrance, there is a nice statement in Vishnu Purana, where it is said, simply by remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all living entities become eligible for all kinds of auspiciousness. Therefore, let me always remember the Lord, who is unborn and eternal. In the Padma Purana, the same remembrance is explained as follows. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality, Supreme Lord Krishna. Because if someone remembers him, either at the time of death or during his span of life, he becomes free from all sinful reactions. Now, next point is meditation. To meditate means to engage the mind in thinking the form of the Lord, the qualities of the Lord, the activities of the Lord, and service of the Lord. Nam, Gun, Rup, Lila. Meditation does not mean anything impersonal or vague. According to Vedic literature, meditation is always on the form of the Vishnu. How one can meditate on impersonal? In Nishinga Puran, there is a statement about meditation on the form of Lord. It is said there, meditation focusing on the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead has been accepted as transcendental and beyond the experience of material pain and pleasure. But, by such meditation, even one who is grossly miscreant, the spirit, can be delivered from the simple reactions of his life. Simple meditation. In the Vishnu Dharma, there is a statement about the meditation on the transcendental qualities of the God. It is said, persons who are constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness and who remember the transcendental qualities of the Lord become free from all reactions to sinful activities. And after being so cleansed, they become fit to enter into the kingdom of God. In other words, no one can enter into the kingdom of God without being free from all sinful reactions. One can avoid sinful reactions simply by remembering the Lord's form, qualities, pastimes, etc. In the Padma Puran, there is a statement about remembering the activities of the Lord. The person who is always engaged in the meditation on the sweet pastimes and wonderful activities of the Lord surely becomes freed from all material contamination. To explain that there is nice pastimes, we will read them and two more. You know that pastimes. They are in Pratishtanpur, South India. There is a Brahman meditation, he was offering sweet rice. How it tasted and finger bar. So, begin meditation. We'll hear that pastimes tomorrow. Okay. Now, hand is Tapesh Upadhyay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat Pranam. Thank you Maharaj for a wonderful class. Maharaj, my question was like, in the passage it came that there are many turbulations while we are practicing the Krishna consciousness. There are many like problems that come. So these are due to our past misdeeds, or these are actually the tests that have been put by the Maya potency of Krishna to test us?
Both. past beats is test both. And the past beat is this like, previous like this. Whatever may be, we have to pass that exam. I asked Guru Maharaj once, Guru Maharaj, why Krishna is taking that type of difficult test, why will fail? Guru Maharaj said, Krishna will never take that type of exam, why will he fail? Krishna only take that type of test where he will give you credit to give certificate. But other type of where we fail, that is our due to misdeeds. In Krishna's exam, we will not fail. Krishna never takes any exam for failing us. He takes exam only for giving promotion. But where we fail, it is Maya's test. That is our previous misdeeds. Okay. So either the Krishna's test or Maya's test, we have to pass that exam.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
It is no, Krishna is taking my test, so I should. Krishna will give the certificate, why I should prepare for that.